Hello, guys. I am so sorry I had to keep you guys waiting for a minute. But I'm here now. Uh-oh. I had my phone with me running around the house and it was on my channel so I could message you guys in the chat. So sorry about that. But hey Amber, I'm glad you're here. Hey Shar, Lucia, Purple Rain. Hey Nikki, Kindness Sprinkles, Dave G. Hey Will to be. Hey Yenny. I know. I would never get on here and be muted, you know. I know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. Hey Lynn. Hey Rody Gal. Hey TJ. Thank you. That Summer has a beautiful name, and I was looking for pictures that were purple that had the moon in them. I found some really pretty ones. There's one more that I have that I never use that I always think I'm going to use, but I go back to this one. So, let me get back to where. Hey, Inzantor. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Mystic. How are you guys? I wanted to get on here and talk about a couple things. So, of course, about in the Summer Wells case. Hey, Lynn. Oh, thank you. I already said hey to you too, didn't I? I just seen your name coming. I was like, I don't want to miss you and not say hey. Thank you though. So I wanted to talk about a couple things. Kelly, who has a channel named CDT, did a video today about one of them actually, which I've wanted to talk about for a while now. Which would be the Skittles that were in the back seat, and if possibly they're Delta 8 Skittles, which you could buy at the hippie house where they had been that day. So I wanted to kind of touch on some of that, and then I wanted to talk about Hunter. I feel like with us hearing recently that he's had this behavioral change, and I just think he holds the key to this case. I really do. And I think there's some things that I want to touch on with that. So I even want to go back and watch his interview yet again, because I don't know. I do think that he has the key to the case, you know. I'll say hi again as well. Okay, so first thing, let me show you guys Kelly's video. She said she didn't mind if we watch it, and then we'll get into this conversation. Because this is something that I've seen, people talk about in comments. I've never really seen it on a live or on a video really discuss what it is, and would it even be harmful to her. But here, let's watch the video first. It's only like a 50-second video. It's pretty quick, so. Hey, Mystic Firefly. Hunter is a minor. He has been groomed by Candace and was her alibi, but he knows why Summer was on the milk. Hey, Without Borders. Okay.
The video that somebody took of her in the car.
There was also Skittles or something, some kind of candy.
And then what about the candy on the seat?
That was her candy. Her grandma done bought it for her in the store.
Candy on the seat.
Okay. Oh, that candy's been in there.
Okay.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch.
Okay. So, oh, hey, Incognito Gypsy. Oh, you are precious to me, too. Thank you. I don't understand that either, Yenny, and we're going to get into that. That is really weird to me, and I want to show you guys a video that's like 6 months old that goes into what their possible relationship status might be. And you guys forgive me. I'm a little off today. I'll tell y'all, I had to take Bentley to the eye doctor, and he has to have glasses, which is fine. That's, it just, I wasn't expecting it, so I wasn't exactly prepared. But we won't get those for a few weeks. But then I got a freaking ticket on my way home, and the cops like that your tags are dead in the back. They've been dead since May. I had no absolute idea. I guess I was just, because my dad usually helps me take care of that stuff. I know that the little sticker comes for the license plate that comes with the registration, and that's it. Well, they were dead because my registration needed to be renewed in May. So it's just like one thing after another. You guys know how it is. Hunter is the key. Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. Didn't Candace go back to see him before he spoke with TBI? I'm not sure there, but I do know with them saying that he's had this big emotional, change. I don't know. It makes you got to wonder. Hey, Kelly, thank you for letting us play your video. We just played that. Oh, really? Well, hopefully Bentley wears them, because they said if he wears them for a couple years and they strengthen his eyes, he may not need them in the future. He has, my phone never rings, and it's rang twice, y'all. What in the world? He's farsighted, so his eyes are weak, and he does have a little bit of a lazy eye. When he's tired, especially, which is hereditary. His dad had that as a child. And he just outgrew it, and Bentley's outgrew it a lot, but supposedly the glasses will help that. So, okay, so let's talk about this candy. Now, I had a picture of her in the seat, which you can't see it that clear, but the Skittles in the back seat. Now, I do know that there are. So Delta 8, what is Delta 8? I'll tell you in my own words, and then we'll look online and see exactly what the internet says. So Delta 8 it's still you will still fail a drug test. If you buy this at the store, you're still going to fail your test if you take a drug test, okay? You're still going to fail for THC. It's a different cannabinoid then the one that's illegal is Delta 9. And the way the law is written up is just specifically outlawing Delta 9. It doesn't, so that's how the law doesn't mention Delta 8. So it's kind of a loophole where it's federally legal, and you're starting to see it everywhere in gas stations, in head shops, places like that. I've smoked it. I've smoked a lot of it. Because it has medical benefits. So it is psychoactive, at least a little bit. It's nowhere near like regular THC. It's nowhere near as strong, but you still can feel it. But where it really shines is like for nausea, for anxiety, things like that. It really works well for that. Now, you'll still get the red eyes and everything when you use it. But they could have bought, Delta 8 gummies. We've seen people, speculate, like I said, in comments and things like that. Could it have possibly been the Delta 8 THC Skittles? So, Delta 8 is naturally occurring in the plant, but the way that I understand it is it occurs in a plant in such small amounts that they have to, in a lab, basically farm it to create, well, I'm going to turn on my camera for a second because I have a vape right here of it. So, okay. This one right here is a cake strawberry sativa vape. And you'll see right here, it says Delta 8. On the box. So this is legal. Delta 9 would be the one that's illegal still in some states. In some states it's not, but I have some gummies from this that I bought, that Delta 8 gummies, but they're at my mom's house, and I've had, you can get pre-rolled, you can basically get you can get liquid drops, and like I said, it does have a psychoactive effect. People will use it. They call it like weed light because it like Bud Light, like it's like a light version basically. Yeah, it's a different cannabinoid. It's legal there here in Michigan, but you see Delta 8 sometimes. I use CBD and THC. Oh, okay. I'm trying to fill you in. I pulled it up. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Would this even be harmful to her? Oh, thank you, Purple Rain. Ooh, I would love some Pink Dahlia, but I don't know if as long as we wouldn't get in trouble or whatever. When I don't know, it's possible. I usually hear of it for nausea and anxiety. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so let's see what the internet says. We'll check that out because I don't know that this would even be harmful to her. It might just make her sleepy. That's something that we could Google. So I did a what is Delta 8. So it's a newly popular weed compound that's quasi legal. Whatever that means. The cannabinoid is less potent than regular THC, but can still get you high. So yeah, like still has some psychoactive effects. More research, it says, is for medical, but like I told you, I've heard it and used it. This is where I saw the marijuana light. So Delta 8 THC, a popular new cannabinoid being hailed as marijuana light or Bud Light, has managed to slip through the cracks of a legal loophole that allows it to ship across state lines and appear on shelves. Let's click on that. So these are sold at the hippie house. I have seen people who have went in there to show what are sold there, what's sold there, and have called, and they do sell Delta 8 candy. Okay, so it slipped through the cracks of a legal loophole that allows it to ship across state lines and appear on shelves at some convenience stores, CBD shops, and smoke boutiques, depending on state and local laws. What is causing consumers to flock to Delta 8 THC is that it's more potent than CBD, is reasonably priced, has an abundance of potential wellness benefits, and may give you a high similar to that of Delta 9, which is commonly known just as THC or regular old-fashioned marijuana. Although its psychoactive properties are alike, Delta 8 is said to have about 60% of the potency of Delta 9. I've never heard that. Interesting. What it lacks in potency, it makes up for with its lack of negative psychoactive effects, such as paranoia, anxiety. So that's something else I was going to say. People who can't smoke regular weed because they get too paranoid, this would be a good alternative. Even with all the great benefits that may come with Delta 8, some states have begun banning the new cannabinoid for fear of improper production practices and lack of research. In addition, Delta 8's recent entry into the market has created some concern about safety due to its lack of regulation. From its legality to its benefits to letting you know how to identify which products are safe, we'll give you a deep dive into the world of Delta 8. So we don't need to do that, but see, there's some candies there. So Delta 8 is a naturally occurring psychoactive cannabinoid found in hemp that shares an almost identical molecular makeup with its more well-known psychoactive sibling, Delta 8 THC. Although both are isomers of THC, one has a double bond on its 8-carbon chain. The other has the same double bond, but on its 9th carbon chain. That's why it's named Delta 8 and Delta 9. let's see. Legality. So here's the effects of Delta 8. We'll read this and then I'll search, could it kill you? Because I don't think that marijuana could kill anybody. Now, like I said, this is not naturally occurring in the amount that it's needed to create gummies, vapes, and things like that. So they have to do it in a lab, because in a plant itself, it does occur, but it's not going to occur in the amount that you would need to actually feel something off of it. So the effects so that means that, THC, you don't hear of people dying from regular THC. With this, it is still naturally occurring, but they have to up the up it quite a bit to get enough to produce some kind of effect when you take it. So that's where I don't know if it could cause some kind of overdose or something, because, well, let's just read this. The effects and benefits may include appetite stimulation, anxiety management, sleep aid, body relaxation, nausea reduction, a calm and relaxed state of mind, pain relief, feelings of euphoria, and mood boost. The effects of Delta 8 may vary from person to person, but the average experience can be described as combining the best parts of CBD and Delta 9 THC. It's said to be euphoric, mood boosting, pleasantly relaxing, not overwhelmingly intoxicating. And I agree with that. It is. You definitely don't get that, like, I've had too much feeling. So here's with dosages. Is it safe? Here we go. No one has ever died from smoking too much weed is a common saying in the cannabis world. And according to WebMD, a fatal marijuana overdose is unlikely. Although these statements are considered accurate, it's also true that even though you may not die from actual marijuana use itself, you can certainly die as a result of reckless behavior that you engage in while you're high on marijuana. Hopefully, this type of behavior is less prevalent with Delta 8 because it's less potent and more manageable than Delta 9. In addition to possible user recklessness, the leading concern critics and industry professionals have is the lack of regulations about Delta 8 because it is so new. Professionals mostly know of what happens when people ingest edibles, and it's typically the safest form of consumption. Still, with methods like vaping, there are many unresolved variables that can make it hard to differentiate between what is safe and what is not. As Delta 8 is new to the market and highly unregulated, many new companies selling it have popped up. Unfortunately, many of them are skipping the testing and verification process to make a quick buck. Luckily, there are still a handful of trusted Delta 8 companies out there that adhere to all quality and safety protocols. So, let me see what you guys think. Oh, my leg. So it's like weed, but it does. So, Amber, it does show up on a drug test as THC. You will still fail for THC on either one. Yeah, this is why she posted the THC Skittles. And I've seen a lot of people talk about it. That's why I showed Kelly's video from today. Candace said they got Skittles flavored vape too, right? Yes. She said that she got some vapes, and I don't think she admitted to the twisted tea, but or did she? She didn't admit to getting one for Hunter. I don't recall if she said that she got one in general. Body buzz only and lightly, right? What effects could it have on a small child? I don't know. Okay, that's what we'll look up. Kelly said to look that up too. So Makes me wonder if H was there to get some of Grandis's script to purchase or sell or something. It's possible. I've always thought that sometimes the lies told in this case may not be because of guilt as far as Summer goes, but maybe possibly because they're doing other illegal things. Is it possible Summer ate it and made her sleepy and Candace freaked out? That's possible. Then Candy mentioned so much truth in all the lies. That's a good point, Sugar. I wouldn't think a kid would eat it, though. Well, if they were Skittles and they tasted like Skittles, a Skittle-flavored vape. Oh, okay. Yeah. Rhonda from Southeast Virginia. Hey. Hey, Rhonda. Okay, I give CBD to my cats and they're totally fine. So let's see. Delta 8 deaths. Did it even change? No, okay. West Virginia health officials warn against Delta 8. What? The PCC said so far no cases of children getting their hands on the product have been reported in West Virginia. Let's look at this one. Is Delta 8 THC safe? Here's what the experts say. Delta 8 products have exploded in popularity in the past year, especially in the states that haven't fully legalized cannabis. The legal status of Delta 8 continues to evolve, but there's a question consumers should ask before considering its legality. Is it safe to consume? Nearly all products are sold outside of state licensed and state regulated cannabis industries. In that unregulated space, there are no rules to prevent bad actors from making and selling potentially toxic products. And do you guys remember when those people were dying from vaping and somebody was putting like vitamin E oil in vapes? A report issued June 2nd by the U.S. Cannabis Council described the boom in unregulated Delta 8 THC sales as a rapidly expanding crisis. Sales of Delta 8 THC products pose a competitive threat to licensed and regulated cannabis manufacturers and retailers. Because Delta 8 makers don't have to abide by the costly quality control and safety standards imposed upon licensed companies. But that doesn't mean the public health risks expressed by licensed companies aren't unfounded. So I guess, they're talking about it not being so safe because the testing isn't it's not regulated. And then it says that the vape cartridges contain solvents at levels not safe for human consumption. They included metals, chromium, copper, nickel, and lead. Wow. Additionally, many of the samples contain residual traces of solvents at levels hexane, methanol, diachromethane, ethyl acetate, heptate, acetone, and isopropanol. According to the report. So, untested, unregulated, unknown, but still deadly? I mean, I still don't think so. Because if it was contaminated, wouldn't there be other people that would have had, you know what I mean? I don't think so. Now, depending on, well, if you listen to people like Reverend Donna and those psychic readings and stuff, and people who have wondered about trafficking or illegal adoption, it is possible they could give her something like that to, calm her down or make her sleep. I just don't see, even whether they gave it to her, she got her hands on it, whatever, I don't see it causing death. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me get off this screen share for a minute. I just hope she's wrong this time too. I swear that is Allie in the video. It does not sound like Grandis, does it? I really heard it on Amber's video when she kept replaying it, and I'm like, that is not Grandis. It just does not sound like it. I feel like somebody would have died from it too if it was toxic. So, I don't know. Maybe not deadly, but let's say she ate quite a bit and got dizzy and fell down the stairs. Now, that's it. I've wondered about that without even having the Delta 8 in the picture at all. And, I mean, those could be regular Skittles. They said that it was what Grandma got them for summer at one point, but then we see in that video that Kelly did, there's so many stories around it. I don't know. But I've wondered about those steps, and I've wondered, what if Candace was not paying attention, was, I don't know, could have been doing something, or could have just been feeling good and we don't know. But what if she was not paying attention? Summer had an accident on the stairs. Candace didn't get there in time. Which could have been the horrific scream that was heard when she got there. I don't know. Same, even without the Delta 8. Yeah. This stuff wouldn't kill anyone. I smoke weed. I used to smoke Delta 8, almost passed out, shook really bad, dropped my blood pressure. Oh, wow. I would too. It was planned because Dawn drove the car that day and that day only. Yeah, and that's something that I've always thought was interesting. They're in the vehicle. Bots are here again. That's all right. They're in the vehicle with, they're not in the vehicle with the GPS. Perhaps the kids were arguing at the top of the stairs, and either the boy, jealous of Summer going out to the pond, pushed her down the stairs. That's true, Amber, but what if she broke her neck or something, and there was not any blood? Like a reckless mother, so it wouldn't surprise me if Summer fell down the stairs. I don't know how much I believe the scream anymore. I think she claimed it too late. I think she knows more. Well, you know what? That scream, I remember hearing of that right after she went missing. And then it was like you just didn't hear about it anymore for a while. She hopes she's not right, but her record is over 90% accurate. That's crazy. Hi, just Larry. I see your little eyeball coming in here. Doesn't sound like Grandis. Donna's reading blew my mind. I was drugged. She was drugged, I believe. It was with Grandis's script. The shaved head and the hair colors. I know. The shaved head is really concerning. And then, the head is shaved, but yet we see the photos we see at first have long hair. I don't know. It's just weird. The whole description was weird. She's taller than 3 foot. We've went over this before. It's like they were way off. It almost feels purposeful. Internal bleeding goes fast as well. Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. Those stairs have creeped me out since their first mention. Yeah. Hey, Jim. Yeah. So it's 0.3 Delta 9 THC, but they're 97. They're usually above 90% of the Delta 8. If it was accidental, no, they wouldn't go to prison unless they covered it up, and then, yeah, for that. So I don't know. Hey, Terry Lynn. Oh, I went to a school with a girl named Terry Lynn and cheered with her for like 10 years. I think it's Leslie TV, to be honest. I don't know about them going to the game. Okay. You use a vape that has CBD and Delta 8. That's cool. I like the Delta 8 when I get a lot of nausea. I don't know, Pamela. People have wondered because maybe, let's say there was an accident and Candace didn't realize it for an hour or two, and she might get in trouble for that. You know what I mean? Maybe for something like that. Okay, but let's get into talking about Hunter. So I know a lot of people call him H or whatever. I mean, we all know who we're talking about. He's been interviewed and it's all over YouTube, and his family's been interviewed, and I mean, I don't want to get too like caught up on that detail, just because at this point it's kind of silly. Because we all know who it is and who we're talking about. So he was there. We know he was with them that day. Some people wonder if she went missing before that day, but he was with them on the 15th. Okay. We're hearing now that he's having some pretty severe mental health issues, and he's changed a lot emotionally. He's like a different person. Jim, yeah, we know you can't die from a weed overdose. We were just talking about, the Delta 8. My twin sister was a cheerleader. You could feel like you're going to die, but you won't. You would think the boys would speak out for that. That's too funny. Okay, so I think he holds the key to this situation. I really do. And I hope that he's been honest with police. I worry because there's a lot of those things that we heard during the interview with Chris McDonough, about the text that he saw on her phone. And those are concerning things that almost feel like they could be embellished. And I hope he's not doing that, because his voice is really important here. And if he is embellishing certain parts, then, I mean, it just screws up everything. But I want to watch a few minutes of this video with you guys. A creator who I love watching her videos. I've sent her videos to a lot of my friends. She does dowsing rods. She's a psychic, but she does different things. Anyways, she also just does regular videos. This video, she goes into, well, let me just show you. We're going to pause along the way, and I'm only going to use a minute or two of it. But what do you guys think before we go there about, hey, Wicked West Paranormal, what do you guys think about a woman Candace's age hanging out with Hunter as if they're friends, Hunter and Summer, not Hunter and her boys? Do you guys think that's weird? Because to me, that is just so weird. I mean, from the beginning, I've always thought it doesn't make sense unless there was something else going on here. Red flag. Yes. The boys definitely saw her alive. They would have spoken out by now, especially being away from their parents. Jim, I wonder what they have spoken out about, since they've been, and I don't guess we'll ever really know, but okay, so I think that's weird too. And so did Sarah Saving Spirits, but let me show you guys.
Hey guys, I just had to show you this real quick. I was looking at Candace Bly, who is Summerwell's mother. I was looking at Candace Bly's Facebook.
Okay, so this, if I don't, they're talking about the video of Summer that last day where she's splashing around in the water.
And saw this comment.
Right
This
here.
woman is the mother of the boy that was seen splashing Summer in her last video. Now, we all have heard that when they went to that lake or that pond or whatever that it was, that watering hole.
I was going to say
that
something, but I
for
forgot,
some
lost my
reason
train of
Candace
thought.
had picked up and taken a 15 or 16-year-old boy. So
Candace, let's just so that we're clear and to make sure that we're doing this fair use and adding our own spin on it. Candace and her little girl, 5-year-old baby, and her mother pick up a teenager to hang out with them.
I thought maybe I would take a gander and
that picture of them.
Hold up. Here is what it is. Right there on the second comment, you can see his name is Hunter Mulaney. You can see someone underneath say, I will ask very politely. I'm sure he meant politely. Please don't put my son's name out there. So I thought, oh, maybe.
Which, like I said, at this point, we all know it. And I mean, his dad is now out there making his own videos.
That's true then.
Yeah, no, girl.
So, look what I found on Facebook.
So she used his name and went and found him. And watch what she found.
Looking for Hunter Mulaney. And I got here and I...
Look at his picture, the background, him and Candace.
I thought that has to be, that looks like
sorry,
Candace, Summer's mother. So if you click it, you can see her. Let's click full view, full size. That's Candace.
This is not what I wanted to show you guys, but it's still interesting and weird. I mean, so this 15-year-old kid, okay, y'all, I'm in my early 30s. I'll be 33 in August, okay? I have a 5-year-old. There is absolutely no way that me and my 5-year-old are going to hang out with a kid that's in high school to go swimming, much less with my mom too. No. Then if we ever did hang out with a kid that age, like for whatever reason, let's say there was a reason that would make sense, and I have none right now to give, so for whatever reason, and he made me his cover photo on Facebook, I don't know, that's weird.
Bly,
that is so
hugged
weird.
up with this 15 or 16-year-old boy. Someone please tell me what is their relationship. But I promise you,
Girl.
I'm getting the heebie-jeebie vibes. I'm not.
And she's a psychic, and she's getting the heebie-jeebie vibes.
Kidding.
I'm getting them, and I'm not.
Could be just an innocent thing, but I don't really get a grown woman spending a bunch of time with a 15, 16.
I agree. And you guys, please go check out her video. We're almost to the part I wanted to show you guys, or her channel. In general, just check out her channel. There's some really good stuff on there. She's very good and genuine. And yeah.
16-year-old when all her children are much younger than that. But that could just be me. Maybe I'm a suspicious individual. I do not know. But let's keep looking.
All
I'm
right.
going to show you something that really makes sense from my heebie-jeebie vibes.
Works at These Nuts. You can tell he's a teenager. Lives in Kingsport from Gloversville, New York. In a relationship.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. If you go down, oh, he's sad. If you go down and look, whatever normal stuff. I got here and it says in a relationship, May 27th. In a relationship, May 27th. Now, this is going to blow your mind.
Blow
Click
my
comments.
mind, girl.
Again, I'm on Hunter Mulaney's page, the 15, 16-year-old boy that went to the watering hole with Summer Wells and her mother. Now, let's look at these comments. Shall we? We shall.
So, in a relationship, and Candace says, okay, explain. Game over. What? Candace. Honey.
Look at Candace. Candace said,
here?
okay. Candace said, explain. Candace said, game over.
Oh, she comments again down there. Candace Blah.
Candace is laughing.
Candace Blah, who talks to a 15-year-old boy this way after Summer went missing and people were going back and looking? Now, you cannot convince me that there was not something happening here between those two. You can't. You cannot convince me. Oh, thank you, Shadow Ghost. That's sweet. They hooked up for sure. Yeah, the alcohol is what makes it weird. Maybe Hunter was pimping Summer. I hope not. That's awful. People also found Candace her TikTok and asked if it was the horse pound place, and Candace mentioned another place. I know. I think Amber posted about that recently. Why lie and say it was somewhere else? That makes absolutely no sense. CDT and Chart, I think I missed that. What was it? But what if he was a good friend of the family, Alex? Then that's different, I guess. But still, even a friend of the family is still kind of odd to me, like the picture of her on the background or whatever. If it's like nieces and nephews and their friends and stuff like you say, Jim, I hope I didn't miss too many comments. I hate that. Because when I'm screen sharing, I don't see your comments. So nieces and nephews, friend of the family, that's one thing. And I totally get what you're saying, and it could be. But then you have to look into, calling each other to just hang out one-on-one, being the other person's cover photo, demanding an explanation when the relationship thing, I don't know. I've hung out with friends' kids, and I can assure you we were not hooking up. I'm from near Gloverville, New York. Oh, cool. The only 15-year-old I ever hung out with was my brother. Not a lot, maybe a few times. Jennifer, I don't know. I think I might have missed that. Oh. Yeah, there is a lot of impasse in true crime. Definitely brings them out. Gloversville is close to Utica. It's country as heck there. Oh, interesting. I accidentally starred that comment. I don't know why I do that. I guess we have a close 15-year-old friend at the family that adores my 5-year-old. And if my friend needed me to take him out, maybe. But I wouldn't be calling him to ask him to hang out with us. No. So, not okay. Skittles made us drugs. Agree. Oh, Lord. One of my best friends had a daughter when we were young, and I would take her out and about when I was in my 30s. She was in her teens. Yeah, I could see that for sure. And that was sweet of you to do. With your hand got me most. Shameful. Hey, Wolfie. See, and I think Candace may be very immature, and this is the thing. When did she start using and partying? She may be stuck in that, like, older teenager phase. There really isn't a reason to be hanging out with your friends' kids or your kids' friends. Stop being a party mom and be a mom. Yeah, I agree. I'm not into my kids are not my friends. You know, I love them and hope we have all kinds of laughs and good times and stuff, but I'm their mom first. And I've already accepted that I'm going to piss them off a lot, you know. She was saying learn the ways of grooming young boys. Small town New York, nice. Thank you for what you do Sunday when I got a place out there. Oh, you're replying to small town New York. I see. To do kid things, but she's partying with him. Yeah, absolutely. And then we know that somebody goes there after. I remember, like right after she went missing, a local went up there and found a bunch of twisted teas, you know, that had been that were empty. Just came to me. Hey, Melissa Jade, thank you. Wow, thanks, Wolfie. Anyone researching Summer's case needs to watch Just Melvin, Just Evil, Reb Donna, and Sweetie Pie recommended too. Ooh, I haven't seen that yet. Because they got each other dope. Yeah. I would like to know what exactly they failed for that when they did the lie detector test too. I think that would put a lot of questions like that I have in my mind at ease. Yeah, you're totally right, Jim. I appreciate your opinion because we need people from all angles to really have a like a solid and firm hypothesis of what's happened here, right? But so I see where you're coming from, but I don't know. I just something felt weird about that more than teasing. Yeah, making each other your cover photo. Yes, weird. Stuck in adolescence. Yeah. I take Delta 8 for pain. I don't like the medication the VA gives me. They put it in candy, chocolate bars, vapes. I wouldn't put it past Candace to give to the kids. She gave Hunter alcohol. Oh, awesome. I wish you were in here in the beginning because I kind of went through what is Delta 8 and gave like my explanation of it because I've smoked it for probably a year or so. Right when you really started seeing it in well, I don't know. In West Virginia, I feel like it was there before it was in North Carolina, so I guess it depends on when it became popular where. But anyways, in West Virginia, you really started seeing it about maybe a year and a half ago. And I usually smoke the regular THC vapes, but when I run out, I'll purchase a Delta 8. And then I started keeping them because of the anti-nausea. They are so good for that. And like it said, if there's anybody who's looking for something for anxiety or nausea that gets too paranoid or on regular Delta 9, which is your standard THC, Delta 8 would be good for you. I used to take Jason's brother on dates as his sister. That was sweet of you. It's all very dodgy and not right. I would never let him go with him. And then let's think about like him saying that it's done text and those things. That was very weird. Like I want to go back, and if you guys are interested, I may eventually go over Hunter's interview, but I know that Amber and Kelly have done it. I may have even been on there for one episode of that. But so go over there if you're looking for like somebody to go through his interview. She is. And I want to be fair, you know, maybe it's totally innocent and maybe it's just, you know, if you've had a hard life and you've started using drugs early and you still party and stuff. But then again, it's like, even if with Summer's entire case, if that's the whole, like, if that's all it is, right, is people that are immature and use drugs and maybe negligent or whatever, it still caused this to happen to Summer. You know, Summer's getting ready to, you know, have a birthday. but she doesn't get to do a birthday party like other kids when they're turning 6 years old. Summers didn't get to, wait for Santa this year, if she ever did, because Lord only knows what Christmas looked like for those kids. And, I feel bad because I don't like to point out, like, maybe it's mental health issues, addiction issues, but then again, it's like, somebody needs to point these things out, because that's why we're here. That's clearly has a lot of problems, but is she a murderer? I don't know. I really don't know. Hello, Broken Justice. Yep, you're exactly right, Shannon. Candace actually denies the alcohol, right? Hunter says that she got him one, and then the local person, goes up there and finds a bunch that had been drank already. I take the Delta 8 gummies. Hey, Bobby Pin. Not like hair shave before school starts. Babs, I haven't, but I have seen other people. I do know they exist. Oh, thank you, Shadow Ghost. I'm Maryland and go to the VA in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and I use Delta 8 because other veterans told me about it. Thank you for that, Shadow Ghost, and that's cool. I'm in Beckley, West Virginia. Oh, Punksy, thank you. What are you up to, Punksy? You got a pretzel? I want one. My mom's been getting these really awesome pretzels for Trenton and making them in the oven and putting like butter and sea salt on them. They're very good. No, they don't, Kelly. Not at all. You're right. Oh, thank you, the pink dahlia. Appreciate that. She bought one for her mom. Yeah, that's what Amber had said in here earlier. Well, this is the thing. We have to have hope still. We're not going to forget about it. What did I do, Wolfie? I'm hungry too. I already had Taco Bell, but I'm wanting something like sweet. We're not going to forget about it. We're going to keep talking about Summer. I'm going to keep talking about other cases too, though. But I'm always coming back to this. It's to the end, it's important to me the same way it's important to you guys. But we don't need to lose hope, because look at Barry Morphew. When they haven't found the person, they can still be building a case. They could still have electronic things that are shady. I mean, I heard someone say on a channel the other day, like, he would be arrested if they had anything evidence from his phone. No, because they haven't found Summer. They would not make a move unless they had a lot. So let's just be hopeful they're still gathering stuff, and we're going to keep going over stuff and pointing over shady shit that these people do, and, talking about the things that happen, and hopefully Summer will be found. And you never know. Maybe it'll be like a JC Dugard, what's her name? Like the girls that are found years and years later alive. It could be that. We don't know. She could have been illegally adopted to someone, and she could be happy as can be. Or, Reverend Donna's thing could be accurate too. I don't know. I just want to keep some hope and keep, you guys know. But I do have hope she's alive. I've heard a lot of people say they actually think she is alive, and really feel that. And maybe she is. Really, that's all I had for you for today to do in here. I want to do I totally missed what you guys are talking about, Amber. I want to do a true crime news, a true crime, real crime, the truth about what's happening in true crime news. And I'll probably do that soon. I have a Delphi live coming out on Saturday with a couple lovely ladies, and I can't wait for that. And then I have a Delphi timeline that'll be out maybe tonight. So if you look at Candace's pics over the years, it's when she started really changing. Wait, it's when she hung with Allie is when she started really changing. Oh, you guys. So my friend pays for a Truth Finder app where you can find anyone's records, anything they owe, any civil cases, criminal cases, whatever, and you can find all the details on that. Do you guys want me to put it together and do a video or do maybe a live stream going through their actual, because I've showed their records before that we've got off there, but I know that some people have made a lot of claims about their records, and they don't exactly show what some people have claimed, and I think that it could be interesting conversation. Do you guys want to see that? I could pull them up on here and we could go through them together. This case won't fall through the cracks in the system. Yep, Albert. That would be the tree. Barry Morphy, what a piece of... Oh, I know. Yeah, you can definitely email me, Pink Dahlia. Here, let me put my... I'm going to put my tie-dye one up here. It's a lot easier for me to put... I don't have a banner with my other one. And my other one has a lot of numbers that can be difficult. So this is the one that I use for tie-dye orders. Oh, and if anybody's interested in tie-dye, you can email me there too. Yeah, you're right, Yanni. You are. I've got Yanni and Yenny. The truth about true crime news. Yes. The true crime news, the truth about the true crime news, get the truth about the true crime news, and then I forget. I kept saying something the other day and I can't even remember now. Get the real truth about what's actually true in true crime. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I give up. That's illegal in Canada. We have a little thing called privacy here. So you can't look up other people's records. I would like a live stream better. Okay. Yes. Live stream is doxing more people. Probably not. Live stream in doxing more people. Probably not. This actually wouldn't dox anybody, and it would. Some of the things you hear, the record looks better than what I've heard, so that's what I was. Yes, please do it, Alex. Okay. Well, yeah, that'd be fun. Well, if you did it, Allie, I win again. Yeah, Dawn and Candace. Grandis, you got that one. I could get it. I could definitely get it. Oh, thank you, Jim. I so appreciate that. That's sweet. I would love to see her case get blown up too. And another one, there's a lot that I would love to see get blown up. But maybe I should do a video on her. I'm thinking that hers might. There was another one I was thinking earlier that needs more attention. That's crazy. You're killing me, Alex. Bad choice of words. Sorry. No, I wouldn't dox anybody. I wouldn't even show. I would make sure there was, and I'll have my friend that will help me grab them, like do a look over too, just to make sure that there's nothing that shouldn't be shown or whatever. I can look and see if I find any cool Amy Winehouse shirts. Oh my gosh, do you know? I think. Let's see. I found a few of people that had passed away. I know Left Eye was one, Aaliyah. Maybe there was one. I'll keep my eye out for that, and I'll let you know if I do. Sugar Ant, is it white or is it black? You know, there's people who have my email's on the bottom of the screen right here, but there are people who have sent me things to dye, and I just charge less than what I charge usually. Maybe don't say it like that, Allie. Oh God, what did I say? I'm sure I messed messed up. Oh, thank you, Yanni. I could send it to you unless you find one. I'd totally pay for it. You could send it, or it's dark forest green. I could do it. So I can do it as long as it's dark. The problem is with the reverse dye, sometimes it wants to spread a little bit, and if the shirt isn't black or super dark, even navy, it has worked. I've done navy, and maybe a dark green. I'd have to look at it because I wouldn't want it to spread outside of the bleach spots. It's a whole process, but yeah, definitely email me. Dark forest green. Yeah, I'll check it out. I bet it would work. Hello, Psych Sound Off. Walmart has the Aaliyah shirts now. That's cool. Oh, thank you for being here, Incognito Gypsy. You guys go check out her channel too. She has a great channel. She does tarot and some other cool things over there. I don't care at all if it bleeds. Well, I'll keep my eye out for it. It's like, I never know what I'm going to find, so I kind of just grab what I think is popular, or unless somebody's kind of already said something to me, so I'll keep my eye out for that and Amy Winehouse. Okay, awesome, Sugar Ant. That sounds perfect. Free to anyone brings up prison records and what the arresting officer writes about each day. Okay, Bobby Pin. Yeah, just put it in the comments. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. My nose is running, and I'm looking like a mess, or I was going to come back on camera, but y'all know what I look like, so it's okay. But thank you for hanging out with me. Anything else that I find super interesting, I'll bring it to you, or share it, or repost it, or however that information comes. I do have one last question before we go. So anyone who's been watching the readings with Donna, what do you call those? I want to do some research on the films, but what do you call them again? Oh, thank you, Lynn. Honestly, I'd rather do a hoodie, so I'm going to send that. Okay, yeah. I've done hoodies. I've actually done one of Cher's viewers bought merch from her, which she's a viewer here too, and she's a friend of mine. Her name's Cotton Candy Boobs. She's a sweet girl. She bought merch from Cher and sent it to me, and I tie-dyed it for her. And it was really, really cool. I know, my nose runs constantly. I think it's the smoking cigarettes. I really do. Okay, snuff. That's what I want to do some research on that, because I don't know much about that. Do you guys know a lot about that? Better go catch it. Snuff films. No, don't do that, Allie. Paranormal Roundtable. Maybe I'll send that. Yeah, I would love to do that. Anything you guys want of dark stuff. I'll be careful looking that up. Like, very careful. Like, I don't want to go to the dark web or anything. I really just want, like, the information about that. You know what I mean? Like, literature, whatever. It was recording torture and murder for enjoyment. So, I mean, it's crazy, because I don't know. I guess you don't realize things are like a thing until the first I had ever really thought about it or heard it was when when these readings first came out a couple months ago. And now that she's put out another one, I'm kind of thinking back. I don't know. With CP on your phone. Important. Did you guys know about the motorcycle gang called Burn is looking for summer over 200 and it's massive? Is that the motorcycle gang? Why? Okay. I saw JLR's video about the people going to search on motorcycles the other day. I'm really curious of why they are. Ooh, that would be perfect to tie-dye. Jim, listen, okay, I'm not here to change your mind, okay? But, so, I didn't really believe in them either. Like, I believe that to an extent, but not like after I saw Psychic Reverend Donna Serafina, the emails on the bottom of the screen, Sugar Ant, she accurately predicted how these two children would be found before anyone even knew they were dead. We thought they were all being hid out in a cave somewhere or something. And she accurately said where they would be, even down to how they would be found, what they would be wearing, and things like that. Even what the house would look like. I mean, there were so many things that she never could have known. Then, Gabby Petito. Okay. I almost wanted to do a video about this to show you guys. So, Gabby Petito did, Gabby Petito did. Donna did a reading on Gabby Petito, right? Before she was even found. This reading she didn't publish. After she was found, she published it. And she does mention a creek in it and stuff. Anyways, in the reading, she claims that Gabby was not only strangled, but also hit in the head and the neck. Well, we only heard that Gabby was strangled. But now we hear that she also had blunt force trauma to the head and the neck. There are things like that she does that come out from her readings that I don't know how she gets so many things right. The only thing is she has to be gifted. And then after like truly believing in her, I've come to believe in other people's intuition and stuff too. But I'm telling you, that one's crazy. They have found over 200 kids in the USA. Oh, wow. What is their name again? Woofy, will you screenshot the name of that? It's Burn, the motorcycle gang, BURN. I don't agree. That's just me. I believe we have potential for many more senses. We're programmed to damn that all down with everything we are inundated with. Just my opinion. Well, now that's what I was going to say. I learned after believing in her that really anybody could work on that part of them and sharpen those skills, really. That's what they say. And that's kind of what she did. So her daughter, she lost her daughter. And I don't know if it was murder or if it was an accident or what. I don't remember. But after, she was just devastated and wanted a way to reach out to her and find her again and talk to her and stuff. Or whatever. Be with her again. And she started studying and going to different classes. And, she's an actual reverend. I mean, she's in spiritual. I don't know how you'd say that. Like in spirituality, she's went to school in different, I don't know. You'd have to go watch her story from her, but I believe in her. She's crazy in a good way. She didn't publish after in the kids' case, only in Gabby's. She published Gabby's like the day after she was found because she didn't want to mess with the investigation. With the kids, she got this. She had the kids' information out months before they were ever found. She had it published to her YouTube channel months before these kids were found. And listen, this was not just a regular, like, these kids, one of them had been dismembered. She was found dismembered. The little boy was wrapped in plastic in his pajamas, and that's what she said how he would be found. Suzanne Morphew, right, that Suzanne was chased around the house. She said that in her reading, and then months later we hear in court that Barry Morphew was they thought that he had to chase her around the house. Yeah, definitely check it out. Wait for your mind to be blown. You may not ooh, she actually assisted with them locating the kids. I didn't know that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of people are they use it as a way to take advantage of people, because think about it. People who are searching for mediums, they're usually dealing with loss and death and tragedy, and they're at their lowest low, and they'll do anything to kind of connect again or feel like so people take advantage of those people, unfortunately, and then those are the only psychics you really see a lot. They aren't coming anymore, are they? He was in PJs and a sack, duct tape all around his head. How could she have known that? Yeah, I'm not averse to being open-minded. Jim, after you watch, you got to come back and let us know what you think. Like in the next live, I cannot wait to see what you think. Brian Cox, 3 Days of Darkness coming 39 years from now. Be ready. Well, I don't know if I'm going to remember this in 39 years, Brian. You're going to have to come back in a few years and remind me again. And they do want to talk. I have proof of that. Is that your channel? I know I've asked before, but I have not had the time to be over there. I've got to come look. I'm pretty sure you said yes. Your channel is called Wicked West Paranormal. Yep, and Jim, think like with her situation with her daughter and stuff, I think that would make it even more like likely to connect or whatever. That sounds like a logical guess though about Suzanne. Possible. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to look it up then. Y'all are freaking me out about it, but I'll be dead then. Miss Jim, please do that. Wicked West Paranormal. Yes, I'm getting out a new video tonight. I only have a couple out now. Okay, awesome. Well, I'll definitely come check you out, and I hope that anybody else who's in here will do that too. And then, Sugar Aunt, my Insta is Lust for Life. Is that where did you message me there? Let's see. Oh no, you're telling somebody else. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I love this. This was really fun. Bikers urgent response needed. Burn. A lot of us medium sensitives do not like the ability to see things. I hate it, actually. Wow. Uni, I totally forgot that. I think you've told me that before, but Jim, she does have a channel. You can just put in the description Psychic Reverend Donna Serafina. But I'll tell you what, there is a channel, and I'm going to write it right here. Sweetie High Low. And it's written like this, the way I've written it. She does a comparison between Donna's readings and the police report. And this is actually that's how I found her. Her very first video, her first 5 videos is a 5-part series comparing Donna's reading to the police report. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, you're so welcome, Wicked West Paranormal. Oh, hey, Amanda Lee. We're just getting ready to leave. And you're coming in. And I love you, is what I mean. I'm so awkward. I wish you would have been here sooner. Don't worry. Tomorrow we're going to have the truth about the true crime news about the news, you know? True crime news. I know, like, that's probably not going to be a very, um, top viewed series, but I just want to do something else. Like, I don't want to quit talking about the cases that we do talk about a lot on here, but I do want to try to show how many, like, it's unbelievable how often kids go missing, women are killed. It's unbelievable how often this happens, how often kids kill their parents, how often parents kill their kids. And I think if we're looking at it a couple times a week of all the new reports coming in, that I think it'll be really surprising for all of us. The email's going on the ordinance. Saw reading. Jody Sue mentioned her. Hey, Margaret. They have saved 200 kids from all over. That is awesome. From Southwest Virginia. Thank you for being here, Rhonda. Thank you all for being here. It sounds like a tongue twister. It's really just true crime news. Truth about the truest true crime news about the news, All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I hope you guys have an awesome night. And remember, I've had to take a step back from the world, really, and kind of just think about what's important in my life ever since that fire. And then, and I kind of see people, so many people want to sit around and talk about other people, and it just can get so heavy and so stressful. So don't forget to take a step back, remember what's important in life, and yeah, try to focus on the good things and not the bad things so much. But anyways, until I see you guys again, I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Oh, and we'll do the arrest record soon too, okay? Okay. Bye, guys.